What's up? It's Thursday. How you guys doing? If I get eyelash in front of me. Can you see that? What is that? How are you guys? Surviving the week? So, I'm sorry, what is in my eye? I know I shouldn't be touching my eye or my face right now. I'm sorry if that's freaking you out. There's still something in there. I can't figure out what the heck it is. So, yeah, so this is all kind of escalated quite a bit. And definitely got a lot of people nervous. Let me say and be honest that it's definitely impacting our world over here. You know, business is not the same, and rightly so. But here's the deal. You know, we're gonna come through this stronger. We're gonna survive this. You know, so it's not the end of the world. But you know, hopefully we come through this stronger, but with lessons, and we're better for it. So obviously, you know, we're going to learn a lot about ourselves right now during this period. But what I know a lot of you guys are doing is, you know, there may have been something in the back of your mind that's been whispering and tugging at you for a little while now about doing something on the side, a little home-based business, something to get maybe a little extra income, a little extra scratch, pay off some debts, a little fun money. I don't know, you know, I don't know that there's anyone out there who hasn't thought about that at some point in time. And I'm sure many of you have been approached by somebody, maybe even me, about doing something on the side. And, you know, maybe timing wasn't right. This isn't a pitch, but what it is that I know a lot of people are now starting to see the light. They realize that having not just a home-based business because of, you know, what's going on right now, but just having that secondary income, having some other thing to focus on. So, if this is speaking to you, there's something you need to know, because most of you, if you start doing a little Google searching, you are going to go down some deep rabbit hole, and you're going to get all kinds of videos popping up about making all this money online from the comfort of your home, all these weird strategies and e-commerce and building an Amazon store or whatever. I'm not saying they don't work, but here's the deal. Most people don't succeed in them, and it's really because of a couple things that no one tells you about, because most people get focused on money and how fast they can earn money, what are the earning potentials, how hard is it going to be, what's the compensation plan, what's the organizational structure, like all these different things, like, you know, is the product FDA approved, like all these weird concerns come up, but there's really only 4 that matter. And the reason these 4 matter is that if you don't have these 4, you're not going to have success. Most likely, for the majority of us, we're not going to have success. If you're anything like me, if they don't have these 4, you're probably not going to have success. So that's what this is about today. And I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. But basically the first one, probably the main one, is leadership. I know it's kind of a buzzword, a term that can easily be misconstrued, but here's the deal. What does leadership ultimately mean? If you have true leadership, you have people who are actually going to have some influence, and they're going to inspire you. And inspiration is cool, but if it doesn't inspire you to take some action, you're just going to sit there inspired. You know, having a leader who's had a lot of success isn't in and of itself inspiring. Some people, it can be deflating and demoralizing, seeing how easy success seemed to come to them and easy for them to say. But ultimately, a true leader has a good story, but ultimately is inspiring you to take action. So having good influence from that leader is critical. So that's really important. And it's a question and something you should be thinking about. Next to that, arguably just as important, is training. And Ben, I see you're on here right now. Really appropriate that I see your name pop up here, because here's the deal, guys. If you just sign up for something because it looked awesome and you got a great pitch, that's great. But what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the opportunity? If you don't have somebody there guiding you, and it may not be the formal training in the organization, but the team training, like who's involved in that team that you're getting involved with, that's going to literally hold your hand, give you the play-by-play on what you need to do starting at 0 and taking steps forward to, you know, I don't want to use a guarantee, but certainly dramatically improve the probability of you having success. And that leads to number 3 is momentum. If you're not around people who have had success, if you're not around a product or a service or something that is really on the upward swing, you know, you're going to lose inspiration quickly. So having momentum, getting into something with momentum, it'd be like, you know, getting on a surfboard and trying to catch a wave on a lake. There's no wave to catch, there's no momentum, but if you grab that wave at the right time, You know, it's a fun ride. So look for something fun. Look for a wave that you want to catch and go for that ride. And momentum is critical, but ultimately the momentum, what it's going to do is once you get a taste of it, it's going to destroy your doubt and destroy your fear. So once you get in, you have right training, you're taking the right steps, you're going to achieve success. You're going to start creating your own momentum, which is going to destroy a lot of beliefs, not all of them. You're still going to have the doubt. It's going to creep in, but ultimately it's going to be able to bust through most of that. That's 3. Number 4, culture. You know, kind of, again, like a buzzword, but really, if you're not around people, if you're not on a team, if the culture isn't right, it's just not going to feel right to you, and it's going to sour quickly. So even if you jump into something and you do experience and get a little taste of success, if the people around you aren't just good quality people, you're probably not going to want to stick around. And when times are going to get tough, you may not want to stick around with something like that. So culture is so critical. You know, they say like you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. So if you're surrounding yourself in a business where you're with people that maybe not just aren't successful, but their mindset is similar to you, they're into health, they're into vitality, they're into, you know, mindfulness and good quality mindset, they're reading the books you're reading, you know, they're plugged into the same things, they're more positive, they're there for support. That's where you want to be. And that's what culture, and that's going to keep you going even if you do happen to lose momentum, if you do get a couple of setbacks. So culture is critical. So that's the 4. That's the 4. And I did say there was a bonus. And I'm trying to think if I'm going to leave the bonus out because I think that one's going to require a little bit more explanation. But you know what? I'm just going to say it anyway. Here's the deal. If you're not actually impacting people's lives, it's probably not going to sustain itself. So even if all those 4 are clicking along, if you're not actually being inspired and motivated and feeling this fluttering in your heart about helping and inspiring and changing lives of others, it also probably isn't going to work out in the long run for you. It's probably not going to be sustainable. So it really comes down to a lot of times, you know, your why. I mean, granted, right now we're in tough times, and your why just might be to make the mortgage payment. That's an important why. But sustainability, to stick with something in the long run, if your why isn't to impact lives and make a difference positively, you know, again, it's just going to be probably a little bit more of a struggle. So again, those are the 4 with the bonus. Kind of really trimmed into that bonus, made it a little shorter. Anyway, so where are we at? Home-based business. So that's where you can start reviewing if you're looking to get involved with one. So the quote. So this is interesting and kind of appropriate because there's so many of us stuck home with kids right now and are like not even sure what to do. But I read this once and actually recently again. And it's really interesting because you think about your parents. I can remember so clearly. You know, my mom used to always say, "I just wanted to have you to have it easier and better than what I had." You know, and it's a great desire, and we all share that. We all can relate, anyone who has a parent or has a kid. But here's the deal, and this quote really kind of stings a little. But it says, "Kids don't do what you say. They become who you are." So what are we going to do? Who are we going to become? What kind of example are we going to set? And if it's being stressed out and just busting our butt at day jobs for the rest of our lives, I mean, so be it. I mean, there's definitely... you know, nothing wrong with that. But if there's something more that you want and there's something more you want for them, maybe it's time to kind of take that little itch, that little burning in your heart, that little whisper in the back of your head to kind of start something that could be more meaningful. You know, maybe take it seriously, set an example for the kids. So, I don't know. Am I reading into that too much? Maybe. But listen, guys, thanks for checking out the video. You know, I hope you guys are all staying safe and healthy. And you know, we're all in this together, and let's try to find the silver lining. We're gonna discover something really important, and you know, this is happening for a reason. It's scary right now, but we're gonna be better and stronger for it. So I'm rooting for y'all, and I'm holding it. I actually have my sticky note on the back of it. So if you haven't yet, seriously, come on, get optimized. Do something. Take some action. If you haven't asked for this list yet, you want it. The 20 daily optimization, you know, techniques, strategies. Most of them are free. I think all of them are free. And I'm telling you, it's going to make a world of difference. So again, come out of this on the other side. Maybe you got some extra time now to try some of this stuff. And the Wim Hof breathing, if you follow the link, it's 11 minutes to watch that video, and you're going to feel amazing when you're done with it. And it's good for your immune system. So everybody, ask for this list, get the link, do a Wim Hof session tomorrow or sometime over the weekend. You'll appreciate it. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Live optimized. Lean into it. Be healthy.